Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. Dire team ban.
Yeah, so far, the games I've seen, it has been Invoker first pick, and quite a few of them, both WCA as well as some of the more amateur tournaments and everything like that. So certainly being prioritized. And I'm trying to recall who we had in Canada Cup last night as well. Certainly there were a couple of Invoker games. We've seen some Ursas picked up as well. So teams definitely looking to still, kind of pass it around a little bit, take a look. Lots of Abaddons and Queen of Pain's still right up there. She's actually 5-0 so far, so unbeaten, 100% win rate, unstoppable hero.
Radiant
Well,
team ban.
I know some people in the stats community would argue that point with you. Sample size, yada yada yada, but yeah, we actually still see the slaughter bans. So apparently they still, I mean, it's still pretty good with the minus armor alone, even though you don't get the vision. It's unchanged for the most part, and still a strong hero in terms of how it changes the game. So Queen of Pain in the first ban territory, maybe one of the first impacts that we've seen so far here.
Yeah, it's basically at this point all you can really do is rely on things from the last patch that were kind of like dependable for you, things that you did well with, and then other than that, you just kind of hope for the best. All right, then you get first pick Earth Spirited. Like you just never know right now.
Absolutely, I have no idea what to expect, but I guess neither do the teams. So just gonna try things out and see where it leads them. Earth Spirit being first picked here by first departure, so I still don't quite understand how his ultimate works, but I guess there's stone remnants that make everything better that he does, and then you can push and pull and silence and stun and all that kind of jazz.
Yeah, basically you just
that's all you need to know.
Put a big damage over time on top of them, drop a stone on top of them, and life's good. So basically all there is to it.
Well, there's the Banes that have that strong lockdown to try and keep the Earth Spirit in place so he can't pull any shenanigans, and Gyrocopter being picked up too, so solid carry to go with it. Early game prowess here with the Rocket Barrage, and later down the line you have that carry potential from the Flak Cannon. Call down, pretty strong turnaround potential, so yeah. As solid as it gets from Mineski so far.
Yeah, he's just such a solid hero still. Like, you're not too worried about it. Just ever so slightly nerfed. He's even still the same at level 16. Like, so early levels and stuff will still be totally fine. And Dazzle as well. I actually don't think he got nerfed all that hard. I think a lot of people would probably agree with that. Poison Touch actually got a little bit better. The Grave Cast Point, yeah, that kind of sucks, and the mana increase also kind of sucks. But overall, the hero's still amazing, and something we'll still be looking towards. And probably the most impressive thing is that Bane got nothing but 5 movement speed reduced.
Yeah.
And probably simply a symptom of the fact that he didn't become really popular until the last, just couple weeks of the patch,
Yep.
And so he got through unscathed.
Reserve time.
Yeah, it just has that flavor of the mom's kind of status, and still carries over 6.86 as a result of that. He's still able to trade well, he's still able to rely on the brain sap to do that in the early game. Still some good setup here with a Nightmare for anything, for the teammates to catch up, right? You don't necessarily need the Mirana arrow or Lefrex stun to really go with it. There's Terrorblade ban, so that hero's also in Captain's Boat now. Do not forget that.
That's kind of crazy. The fact that I thought he was going to get touched before he went back in, because what I've seen, he's kind of dominating the pub scene from a lot of those Terrorblade spammers. It's almost like the former Earth Spirit spammers. Just seems like a hero that can really dominate the game if you're a master of him, and something we'll probably see as a kind of a pocket pick for a lot of teams too, I would expect. Yep. And we still haven't seen the Oracle ban yet, though. That might come next.
10 seconds remaining.
Oracle, how does he actually? How would he fare against what we're going to see here from both teams?
Pretty good actually. You can. Well, actually, I just make sure they didn't change anything. Yeah, it's all just mana, right? Okay. Fortune's End can now target allies. Oh, that's kind of funny. Basically, you can purge off stuff. You can increase magic resistance. Well, you make them magic immune, basically, but you also can disarm people. So he's just a pretty versatile here. You can basically throw him in anything, but what you really want to look towards is someone who, like a Huskar, like Oracle
10
Huskars
seconds
actually
remaining.
would have been worse than Dazzle Huskar
Dire
if
team
Huskar
pick.
didn't get completely murdered.
Oh yeah.
So
Well,
I don't know.
I guess if you have Oracle with that magic resistance, you
Doesn't
kind of
really
put
matter.
Huskar back where he was, right?
Yeah. And if they already have the Dazzle, I mean, I can actually see First Departure going like Oracle Huskar here. But they'll go for the Darkseer, who
Radiant
he got
team
nerfed
pick.
a little bit, but it's actually completely fine. Simply because with all those added camps, I think he's probably still the most valuable offlaner of the patch, in my opinion. With his ability to jungle so early.
Especially now, since he can maybe stack himself that extra hard camp near the off lane and then just go back.
Certainly.
And doesn't have to walk all that far away. So he's still in a vicinity to defend the tower and get some extra levels there if the other team is
10
deciding to push out.
seconds
So
remaining.
the
The other big one-
the one thing that can
5
make his
seconds
life a little bit
remaining.
harder is if you maybe get a Chen or Enchantress, you find yourself with one of these purge creeps just to deal with the Iron Shell, and that's
Reserve
kind of
time.
would be nullifying his impact, but of course it's a very special thing to do.
Yeah. And speaking of offlaners, the other big ones would be the Beastmaster, who can also do kind of the same thing with the Boris to stack all those camps that are kind of near his place now. Like if you're in the offlane, you can actually stack the Ancients and the camp at the same time with just a Boar, which is sick. And then Batrider is kind of back. Like he got 1.5 HP regen, and then also has his own camp that he can be farming too. So a lot of options here, and I'm probably gonna look for. Actually, Clockwork wouldn't be too bad here for Mineski as well, and also got a couple buffs for himself.
Yeah, this circular cogs though, that's kind of the most prominent thing that he got. Well, the only thing that he got apart from the strength growth increase. This is actually quite nice. I mean, makes him tanky on the back of levels. But
I actually have a question about that, and I wonder if you know. Can you push a diagonal now? Because you know how there's like now there's gonna be like a cog that's actually on an angle. If you angle it when you hit the cogs, will you push them on a diagonal, or is it always gonna still push them north or like north, south, or east, west? Do you know?
Tide Hunter.
I have no idea. No.
I don't know either. I'd be interested to see that, but
Dire
looks like we
team
won't have to worry about it at least yet, as we will get that Tide Hunter Ags Rush question mark. No, we've already gone through that. Not gonna happen. I hope.
Probably not. But yeah, with the Titan and the Disruptor, Mineski is actually shaping up to be a pretty good teamfight team, right? I mean, if you catch someone out, have the Disruptor just hold on in place, make them not do anything. Tide Hunter, look at the story just with the Ravage to follow up, or vice versa,
10
right? It's kind of
seconds
a.
remaining.
If they had the Darkseer now, then they would have to vacuum to put them all together for the
5
Gyro Cup to
seconds
take
remaining.
advantage of. But as it stands right now, just
Juggernaut.
have to try and find the openings themselves. But
Radiant team
plenty
back.
of AOD here on Mineski, First Departure. They have some sustain though, they have some defense. Juggernaut, obviously, if he can get a spin off before Disruptor can get on top of him, that can make the difference
10
between him
seconds
dying or
remaining.
staying alive.
Yeah, actually, there's some like really
5
high skill cap
seconds
plays too with
remaining.
Omni Slash and everything like that. Like actually always holding it until you see the Ravage coming out or the Static Storm. It
Reserve
really
time.
can make all the difference in a team fight because you kind of create this chaos, like where you're maybe if you get it off in the middle of a Ravage, it's hard for the team to capitalize on all those stuns and everything because they're so busy, just like oh my god, we got to group together, like
Yeah.
oh I'm
10
dying, like get away
seconds
from me and all that kind of stuff. So I'll be interested to see how that works out, and that's
5
probably going to
seconds
be
remaining.
the mid Miracle Juggernaut.
Reserve
Possibly.
time.
Seen him run it quite a few times. I mean, also they'll just throw it in the safe lane. It's just as amazing. So
Radiant team
That would be the more standard way to go. But where do they actually put the Earth Spirit? That's my question right now. Where do you run that hero?
I assume it's position 4, but it could be offlaner. And it looks, but I mean, you've got the Darkseer, so I suppose like I don't know if it's gonna be like a dual offlane kind of a situation where you've done Spirit Breaker and stuff like that, because it's kind of the same where you can roll onto them with the Ion Shell and maybe kick them back towards the Darkseer. Double Ion Shell deal.
10
Likely
seconds
going to be the
remaining.
4 roll though. That would be what I expect. Kind of like roaming into mid, kind of like Tusk used to,
5 seconds
um,
remaining.
roaming around, just trying to set up some ganks early on.
Razor.
And they'll probably look for a mid hero that
Dire
can
team
capitalize
pick.
on that, but it's gonna be hard up against a Razor.
Yeah, Razor, one of these lane dominating heroes, hasn't really been touched in this patch, so you still have the static link that makes it really hard for a lot of heroes to actually go close to him and do some damage. And later down the line, he turns into a solid tanky core that can help push, that can help team fight, and even decide team fights. If you get the
10
link up on a
seconds
Juggernaut,
remaining.
one of these heroes that wants to go on top of you. And, well, if you
5
can't break the
seconds
link, he's gonna miss all of his damage, and then he's kind of Well, it's like taking away his blade, you can only punch, and
Reserve
that doesn't really
time.
hurt all that much.
Well, we'll see what they want to do here. We've seen the mid jug from them. We've also seen the safe lane jug, so they kind of have a little bit of play here. If they now that he knows who he's going to be up against, right? Like, there's basically no question he's going to be against a Razor. So if he's like, I don't really want to handle all that, throw it over to somebody else. There's no one that really like beats Razor mid per se. Probably the Viper would have been the best option.
Yeah.
You
Viper's
can
one of these years
do-
can.
Jesus, just
It'd
gave
be
me
full out with
flashbacks.
Devour pick. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's what it gave me flashbacks to as well. Everyone started picking Razor to counter the OD. Oh, good times. Good times. Well, we've seen like the Queen of
Brewmaster.
Pain a couple times course banned out already just to escape the link, but it'll be the Brewmaster. So he got himself a couple of changes there. I believe it was to the Drunken Haze, and I suppose I should probably just look at the patch notes and double check what else it was. And then the split stuff. Oh yeah. So nothing too different, but he was already kind of on the cusp last patch, so.
Oh yeah, he's been picked up every once in a while from teams that try to run it. It's with mixed success, I would say. It's still one of these heroes where you have to get things out of your ultimate.
Why is Miracle on the Earth Spirit?
Oh god, I'm dead now. Is that a mid Earth Spirit?
What the heck?
Dual lanes, I guess. Brewmaster, Darkseer, Desert Juggernaut. Earth Spirit mid? I don't know.
I gotta
10
say,
seconds
because
remaining.
the one thing about this whole change to the pull, if you want him to still be just as good, it makes sense that he needs
5
farm
seconds
priority. Like, everyone
remaining.
was kind of envisioning a 4 or a 3 roll on the Earth Spirit, but maybe the 3 roll, or maybe the 1 roll even. This is a really weird game to do though, because I don't feel like his silence and overall abilities are going to be that amazing. Now, of course, that's because Mineski have drafted up against it, knowing it was the first pick overall. So we'll see what Miracle can do. All right, woo!
Well, it might still be swapping.
I was gonna say he better not swap on me. I'll be so sad.
Find out in a moment's time here, but no, he's buying wards. Buying an open venom. Okay, yeah, he's sticking with that hero, it looks like. So we've got a Miracle Earth Spirit, ladies and gentlemen.
So like he's just the Earth Spirit player apparently, like no one else. I guess that's just how it is.
Well, I guess.
And Kai's still going mid, because he's got the boots for up against the Razor.
I guess there's two kinds of people in Dota. One that those that play and understand Earth Spirit, and the others that just stay away from him as much as they can, and treat him with a 10-feet pole. And maybe Miracle is the one guy that is part of that first category. But yeah, we've kind of have him on the Earth Spirit. Kai still in mid, presumably on that Brewmaster, Wedding Crash on that Juggernaut, and one position we've got Lobby joining them on the Dazzle, looking to support, and Cal playing the Darkseer.
Alright, well, the Radiant. We're going to be having on our Tide Hunter as he's
30 seconds to go.
invisible on my screen, so that might be an issue.
Okay, I do see him up top here on the
Yeah,
one
no,
spot.
he's just invisible for. Okay, the entire Radiant side's actually invisible for me, so
Okay.
I'm gonna have to reconnect.
That is unfortunate and quite hard to actually cast with. So you do that, and I'll continue with the instructions. We got Dryer here, which is something that I will not be able to say correctly on the Tide Hunter. Looking to the off lane, we've got Jesse Bash on the support disruptor, Jules on the Bane Cuckoo on that Razor going mad, and that leaves the safe lane farmer to be Raging Potato on the Gyrocopter.
Oh, Bane appeared. Razor appeared. Oh,
Okay.
I'm gonna be stuck on someone. I'm like stuck on their fog or something, I think. So I can only see Radiant heroes when they're within vision of the
Okay.
Dire.
Try and press F1, F2 and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That
No,
helps.
it's not. It's not just that. It's like I have full fog vision.
Okay. That is that's a new one for sure, but well, at least for me it seems all normal for the time being. But yeah, Cal
okay, no one did
already
this.
trying to bully the disruptor here. Owl Iron Shell. I mean, Gyrocopter is one of these heroes that can deal with that reasonably well. It can deal with the Darkseer reasonably well, and they actually have to be careful. If Jesse Bash gets his level 2, he's gonna have the glimpse, and that's where Darkseers, well, they can get caught out. Priori here on the top, just trying to use this new juke spot. Lobby finds him though, and they're just gonna man with each other. Spire with that Kraken shell though. To tanky when a crush comes in to try and zone him out a little bit further, so much action early on. Mid lane though, there's Nightmare Kai just to keep him away, I suppose. Cuckoo trying to use that to help dominate lane with the static link as you would expect from a Razor. He's well ahead now. And Miracle, not really doing too much yet, but he's made his way down to the bottom lane. And looking for a target here. Let's have the rolling boulders so he can initiate with the down shell on top of him, but...
I did it. I fixed it.
You did? Nice.
We're good. I can see Radiant Heroes now. Alright. Great. Good stuff. Alright, so for all you guys out there, whatever you do, don't open up a downloaded replay. Choose the dire perspective and close it, or else apparently you're stuck on that.
Oh, wow.
And then you have to reopen it and switch to all perspective and everything's okay again. So, that's what I get. But we're all right here. So what's going on? Everything's pretty stable. And so what's Miracle been doing? He's just sitting here?
Just sitting there, sitting bottom here, looking for an opportunity to go in, but it hasn't actually done too much just yet. I mean, he's Leech level 2 almost. Actually, one more experience point that he has it. But is that what he's waiting for? Like, have these 2 spells available to play with?
Well, you certainly need roll and kick in order to make anything happen, so I guess.
So the kick is that boulder smash, right?
Yeah. That's the flying thing. So you've never delved into the hideousness that is the Earth Spirit, have you?
Yeah, I've avoided it as much as I can, but now unfortunately it's a time where I can't afford to do that anymore.
Yeah, don't play with Coddle Guy. That's all I have to say. That guy's a friggin' Earth Spirit spammer. That guy. He actually is like he's legit like 5k Earth Spirit and like 3k everything else. But his Earth Spirit is godlike. It's like so good.
Speaking of Earth Spirit here, Raging Potato runs right into that, takes a little bit of damage, but now there's a remnant that will miss. Now Potato, the second remnant that'll miss. Now Doxy actually caught in the kinetic field. That'll be the first blood right here. On the way of Mineski is Miracle. Well,
Can't quite get those rolling boulders on point, it would seem. A couple issues, and they're gonna find him out
too.
Find him
now. They
got one.
Yeah.
No.
He still gets out by just traveling
hero.
an enormous amount of distance. A single spell. So
let's see, 6 seconds. Yeah, Surge. Alright, he's fine.
It's out of range of the Flak Cannon too, which might have been enough to actually bring him down, but yeah, first blood still going the way of Mineski, so this Juggernaut may not have quite as many losses as the Juggernaut has, but still doing quite well for himself with that extra assist.
Oh, did they? Oh, wait. They just blocked that. The Radiant side actually blocked it with a sentry they had there.
They did.
Oh, that's really depressing.
Already in the next level. Barely started this patch and already see the blocks coming out. But yeah, of course, with a Titan, you would kind of expect him to try and stack up that camp. As previously, when Titans have been run, they would try and go and stack the Ancients for themselves. So why not the hard camp? A little bit easier to get to. And now middle lane Kai does a lot of damage here thanks to the Nightmare setup. Takes a lot of damage too as a result, but Cuckoo doesn't have the ability to chase, especially with Miracle threatening any sort of counter. And apart from that,
what a strange role to put this Earth Spirit in.
You're talking about 4 position, but is it really 4 now if you don't actually do anything?
He's almost like more of a 5. Like he's basically kind of this whole Bane sitting in the mid lane kind of deal. But it looks like Rory, he will actually get a camp now. At least he spots it as that it's spawning. He'll probably wait to stack it up a couple times. But this seems really good for a Tidehunter, like as a patch overall. Welcome back, jungleable offlaners.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, Tidehunter Battery, we talked about that before in our impromptu patch analysis. We're waiting for the game to start, so. Yeah, and well, the Darkseer, he's gonna have a harder time here. Disruptor generally good against this type of hero where you can get the glimpse of, you can negating the effect of the surge, which is what Darkseer relies on to stay alive. But well, once again trying to make something happen down here. This time we will get the stun on Potato, doing quite a bit of return damage. He has a kinetic field. Miracle doesn't care about that though, but he will still die to the Rocket Barrage. Cal trying to go for that last hit, surging up, will get it. But at what cost? Will he end up dying here? Jesse is still there, has a glimpse available now, but chooses to go for the kinetic field instead, and that should be enough with the right clicks. The last one, that's actually the creeps.
Radiant's
that was, you could glimpse him back to like under the tower, and it would have also been a kill most likely, but it works either way.
Well, top lane, Brary. He's not too scared. I think people kind of forgot just how tanky Tidehunter is. Like, all right, now we go. So he's trying to get the right spacing here for any sort of a spin, and then of course the second Omni Slash comes out, it gets pretty dangerous. But there is a Nightmare in the mid. There's 7 as damage.
Go see it. Try
Lot
and
of
actually
damage.
take like Cuckoo. That was a big mistake. Now the split comes out. Jules gonna be the target that they initially go on the quickly turn around on Cuckoo. He's in a little bit more compromising position. Miracle still almost dies, and just the right clicks alone. But now there's a lift onto Bane. They're looking for more, and
Radiant's
Jules.
middle tower
I
is
think a
under
little bit of
attack.
miscontrol there, but Kai comes back to his true self, and he will be able to survive and take advantage of his vacated middle lane. Maybe that was the plan all along. At least Jules' plan. Just get some free levels.
Oh my god, he used the Arcane Orb, the Arcane rune before too. Wow. So he only has a 60-second cooldown. Amazing.
Wow, yeah. There's a... Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I was trying to touch on it earlier, but Brewmaster is one of these heroes that needs to make something happen with his ultimate. He unquestionably did in that instance, but with the Arcane rune, you're kind of limiting the trouble that you're getting yourself into.
Oh, yeah,
even
there's
if you
like
don't
no
do
punish
anything
now.
with it. Yeah. There's still
That's
some,
unreal. He's gonna have ultimate in 30 seconds.
This is so
Alright, did they
ridiculous.
finally get
actually.
Royer top? It looks like he might be dead. The Omni Slash is available for sure.
Dropping
Won't even
low,
need
doesn't
it.
have his Ravage just yet, but he's juking. He's juking
Oh.
and jiving. There's a new path there.
Radiant's top
Does have
tower
another
is
anchor
under
smash
attack.
to stop the damage, but he will still end up dying. Not before taking a lot of time off them though.
Order.
Base created, I guess.
Dire's middle tower is under
Okay, gets
attack.
himself a bounty rune. Does have another
I
ultimate. as
can't
we're
believe
talking
he
about.
has ultimate up. That's amazing. What a rune. That is gonna make... This is like back when there used to be level 1 haste runes. That's pretty much what this thing is at like 4
Yeah.
minutes. It'll be the 4-minute, like about to be level 6 arcane rune.
Try to stay
It's like the dream.
You'll see S4 changing his preferences even.
Yeah, basically. He'll be going into his files of sending Ice Frog an email. Be like, yo, I don't need those haste runes anymore, man. Just swap it over for me, would you? It's going in now.
There it is. The Nightmare comes up before he can actually get it off though, and then keep it and wait a little bit longer. Miracle actually transfers Nightmare onto himself to survive a little bit longer. Cuckoo though, there's the wall from Doxy too, and the split finally comes out. This
what
Razor
the
go
hell?
down. Raging Potato may as well make it
Okay.
too. Called on quite ineffective now, gets quite a bit of damage on Cal, but the creeps are here to take some of the pressure off and Titan to lift into the air just to make sure that Kai can clean up the Bane in peace in the back, and it's a 2-for-1 trade at the end of the day. Nightmare being swapped around, and Kai might be intercepted if he's not careful, but he actually doesn't have a TP scroll. Just have to walk past.
Oh,
but
is
the
that
Nightmare
interception?
is
Top
switching
tower
in,
is
so.
under attack.
But the Omni Slash still up, thanks to not expending it earlier, so that'll actually probably save his life. But man, that Iron Shell just stacked top of the Brewmaster because you can actually put it on top of the Spirits, but as long as you have it on the Brewmaster when he does the split, of course, all the auras do stay on the Earth Panda, so nice little way to run down that Bane there, and looks like Miracle's in trouble bottom.
Miracle. Look at the damage here. It doesn't actually get whatever he did there. It didn't quite work out. It was the rolling boulder.
Yeah, it's kind of similar to Slark, and you just got to get on the other side. Every time he tries to escape from you, you just got to get in front of him so that you'll be able to block the path and he won't get out.
And you roll to the remnant unless there's a hero in between, right?
It's you roll in the direction that you're facing when you use the roll, but if there's a remnant that you roll over, you get like way extended distance, so you
Okay,
go like
yeah.
flying super far.
It's a hot camp. Gonna swap places here with the medium camp, which is all the way over here now. So not quite used to these jungle changes. Looks so different now. Yeah, I guess it makes it easier for the safe landers as well to farm the hard camp without going a little bit too deep into the jungle. At the same time, I do be a little bit nerfed too, because they're so much further away now. Especially
Cuckoo
if you
popped
talk about
ultimate
Gyrocopter
mid,
Tinker.
and now he's slowed. But I have
Jungle
nothing
comes
going
up
on
lobby,
this.
yeah.
It was just kind of harassing.
So these jungle changes, how do you actually think it will affect heroes like a Gyrocopter who kind of like to try and pull a couple of creep camps together to get maximum effect out of their ultimate?
The biggest
Okay,
one's got to be Tinker. Like on the dire side, you can still still can't get any. Yeah, there's no triple spot. Is there one anywhere now? I don't think there is. So it really nerfed Tinker in terms of like his jungle stacks into March and everything like that.
Radiant's top tower
Same
is
idea
under
with like
attack.
expending a call down for
Radiant
3 or 4
structures
camps
are
at once,
fortified.
maybe a couple stacks in each. But overall, just the fact that they have the auras anyway, I don't know. Just the jungle is not gonna be nearly as important as it was last patch. That's for sure. And it looks like it might be a little bit dangerous right now.
Woke up on Kai and Lobby, they blink across, they will find Raging Potato, get the slow up on top of him. Slow ultimate actually, yeah, the vacuum to interrupt the TP, and that should be enough. And Raging Potato is actually doing quite a lot of damage. Promise with now had enough mana for it. That'll make sure that he will survive and get the kill without any casualties. No further rotations in. Sky called the turnaround potential, it's still real. If he had any sort of help there, the fight could have turned out very, very differently. It's not to be. Well, no Arcane Rune this time, so Kai will have to wait 15 more minutes until he gets another ultimate.
Yeah, sad life that one, but...
It's like a drug, right? If you experience it once...
Oh yeah, that's it, he's addicted to these Arcane Runes. It's like, oh, you know what, I'm not gonna use my ultimate, guys. I don't have an Arcane Rune, sorry. I know we could've got a kill, but that's a lot of time for me, like... Yeah. But with these jungle changes, the other big thing to me, it's because of these changes to the paths, right? You can like smoke here now, which is really strange. That's kind of crazy. Like, it opens up a whole new opportunity by smoking mid. It doesn't get dispelled by the tower. You can use invis runes past this now, which was one thing that was really hard to gank the mid lane with. So overall, the Radiant jungle is just like, it's just like so porous now. There's just holes everywhere, man. You're like flying in from every direction. It's scary, and I would expect a very aggressive patch from the looks of it. It's that we're gonna be fighting a lot.
So many more paths now. I mean, this entire area here, it's just not used because these were blocked off, right? I mean, if you went down there, you kind of committed to that route, and you're not doing anything if no one's going your way there, right? So it's so different now, but yeah, we'll have to see what teams do with it once again. Fresh new patch, a lot of things possible, and it will be quite a while until things stabilize, I feel. Stabilizing the Orion area. He's trying to farm this big creep cam actually. But he will be spotted out by FD, and they're going in now. They're just waiting for the creeps to be farmed before they do that. Actually, there's a Ravage turnaround with the Fiend Group as well as call out. Don't know if they thought this through here. Love, he gets a shell great TP off, but the glimpse back and the Nightmare will stop that from actually going through. So, hey guys, that's Tide Hunter. Let's go on him. Ravage? Oh, what is that? He probably isn't level 6. Oh no, he's level 9, never mind. It's also Giant also who actually top lane Cuckoo. Well, actually did quite a bit of damage here. Last jump when he crashed, still gets the kill, but the creeps finish him off. 1-for-1 trade at the end of it all.
That was weird. That was super lucky on the Omni slash bounces, first of all, because there was an entire wave and he managed to get 2 of the 3, so I mean, he can't be that upset with it. But it's a little disappointing to use your ultimate for that as Kai.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, yeah, I think it was so bottom lane. There's a wall, there's a geomagnetic grip, or whatever that ultimate is called. The magnetize. The Bane ends up falling, Ryuria. Also in a lot of trouble, he does not have the Ravage, obviously. Yeah, Angel will just take him out, so... And more kills down here with a back wall, and the BS that is the Earth Spirit at this point with his level 7 coming into effect now. Oh yeah, let's talk Earth Spirit item builds.
Generally, you're looking for arcane boots into like you might be going mech, which is a little bit odd. I guess maybe like going for the Guardian Greaves builds. A lot of people would go Urn. I think like it used to be kind of like a Force Staff would be your item, and Agnum Scepter was still pretty good, but now it's like required. So I'm actually a little surprised he's going for the mech. I would have expected like Urn just for a little bit of mana regen and staying power and some sustain, and just right into the Agnum Scepter, because to me it's just like so necessary to make this hero good. But we'll see how Miracle wants to play it, I guess.
Could this also be a medallion? You try and help out the Juggernaut, maybe try and get a quicker Roche.
Yeah, it's a little odd just because it wouldn't synergize with anything, but it's certainly, like, it's definitely possible though, just because there's not really anyone. Well, they have the Dazzle, I suppose, if he wants to get it, but he's looking pretty poor right now.
Top lane, might see engagement soon here. Mineski there.
Oh no!
Going for the tower denied now. Kai doesn't have to split available. Actually gets glimpsed back into the trees. They will find him. They will get the static storm off, but not quite catch him in the kinetic field. Field Scoop also committed in the back. Yeah, no one else from FD wants to join. Tentatively making their way up top here, so they can maybe fight, but without the Brewmaster split. That's just a chance he played to begin with, right? They didn't know he was there, but then he tried to go for the deny. Even if he did get it, That would have probably been his death. So now,
Dyer's top
no
tower
deny
is under
and his
attack.
death. Exactly worth it for FD. And now they're losing a lot of damage on their, or a lot of health points on the team as well.
Oh. He's actually going Blade Mail in the Earth Spirit. I kind of like that.
Radiant's
Rolling into the
middle
middle of
tower
everybody. That
is
makes way
under
more
attack.
sense because he has the Darkseer for the mech.
Bring up Darkseer, surging in here, trying to look for someone, might find. Yeah, both of them with the vacuum wall, Jules, yeah, could be the sacrificial lamb, it's only Bane at the end of the roll. Right here, he does have the Ravage if they want to turn around, but everyone else already TP'd out. He dodges the boulder, and just trying to make his way out. He has a mechanism too, so just too tanky. 3 points Kraken Shell. It's actually quite hard to bring him down, quite hard to even lock him down, because he purges off stuns if you do too much damage to him.
Yeah, now we'll see. You see, there's a lot of aggressive wards here from the side of First Departure, so they've already just got that little bit of a cleanup top lane. It's tied in terms of kills, and rather net worth is it's a little bit in the favor of Mineski. Like 2K experience is the same, but I'm expecting First Departure now with the mechanism just start pushing down these towers. Once the Blade Mail comes out, that'll also be pretty useful for them, and just kind of revolve around Kai and try and take some good fights with them. Looks like they're already top, but I don't know if they're gonna get anything here. Just harass, I think. He's got the mech too. Whew, scary.
Running crash, just a gush and an anchor smash. Takes about a fourth of his health points.
Dyer's bottom tower
He
is
healed up
under
though quite
attack.
nicely. After all this action, might see a little bit of a calmer game. Tier 1 goes down, and there's actually smoke up from FD. Miracle and Kai looking for a target here. Cal coming in as well. And Kuka alone in the front line now. Raging Potato try and help. Cordon with though. And Razor's trying to TP out. That's not gonna work, man. That's
He actually missed the Magnus shot.
Cannot be.
It's alright, he's dead anyway.
It's all but inevitable if you have a lot of heroes around you, but at the bright side, there is a Brewmaster split used, so, and instead of with Arcane Rune, no. Not a long cooldown. So maybe now Mineski wanna fight. They're smoked up behind Raging Potato, blink across.
Oh,
from
they're
Kai.
baiting him too.
Blink right
This
into
is
him,
nice.
yeah. Jules, he has a free script here, looking for a target, trying to get in range. Lobby first one comes into vision, and there's a glimpse back actually onto Kai. That would be just target if they can get it, and yeah, he's all alone. Feed committed to make sure he can't go anywhere. Same time, the Juggernaut, Wedding Crash in the back doesn't actually have a TP, but
Oh, his net
Yeah,
worth's so high too. He's like the highest in the game right now. They definitely don't want to lose him.
yeah, I think they can just assume that he TP'd out. So even if
Radiant's
they
bottom tower
probably
is
know
under
he was there
attack.
and were pushing the creeps, but the lobby, nothing to stop this TP.
They're really trying to find this Juggernaut,
Yeah.
as well as the
Eliminate that
Brewmaster,
yes.
of course. But
Still a defense now. Towers being pinged out. So they want to push.
I think as long as they keep killing the Brewmaster, this will go pretty well. Like, you really don't want him to get anywhere near anything other than the Blink Dagger. Of course, he's happy having that, but once you start getting up like drums and Vlads and stuff like that to help out the Juggernaut, that's when this gets scarier. And you just can't stop him from farming, really. You only have, what,
Radiant's top
Fiend's Grip
tower
is your
is
only
under
BKB or
attack.
Piercer. So,
Radiant structures are fortified.
The smoke
Lots
out
of split
from
push
Mineski
opportunities.
here. Yeah, as I said, they want to find more kills than Cuckoo. Trying to bait it out a little bit, looks like. And Queen Breaks very aggressively here, but the smoke will break and Kai wised up, blinking out. And yeah, that might be a tier 2. At the same time, trades are coming out. Top tier 1 has fallen. Juggernaut claimed the last hit on that. So he's farming, but can FD actually afford these kind of trades right now? Tier 2 for tier 1s.
Tyler, he's just like stacking his slots with the mangoes. I love this.
Hang on, vacuum. Only on Cuckoo. Bolt Squish comes out as well. He's kind of being isolating on top of the wall. Nothing else would come through. There's a static storm actually on top of Cal. Feed Script 2 just to keep him in. But comes back. A little bit of misplay there. Shellgrave comes out to keep him safe with this Ravage into 2. Juggernaut, first one to fall. Now fight its own. But the split from Brewmaster coming in. Cuckoo trying to be helped by the Nightman. Well, he still has his ultimate going, he stole a lot of damage, so they're still trying to make it work. One Earth Panda is left, dropping very low, and that'll be the Brewmaster going down inside his ultimate Cal. Now no search available to get himself out, about to vacuum after Shellgrave, but can they follow up on it? Not really. Lobby, he gets Slumps back as well. And that'll be a 4-man wipe. The only one not dying is Miracle, but that's really just because he kind of kept out of the fight outside of the initiation. Everyone dropping low on Mineski, but not quite low enough to actually win FD the team fight. That means the tier 2 will fall.
Yeah, that was like full out.
Miracle, he goes for it right away.
Dyer's
McIntyre's on top of him, that'll
Yeah, he'll
probably get him kills. To run the big drop too, and Miracle might be the second, might be counter kill here. Jesse Vash trying to go on him solo, gets help from the Gyrocopter now. No fear
That whole
of that
fight,
split
it just came down that it was all because of Wedding Crash. Like, he went full panic mode because he TP'd in, and then I was sure he immediately realized like he should have TP'd back to the tier 3, I think, because he TP's in and goes, oh shit, they have a disruptor, so he has to immediately spins his way into the Razor, who's doing his stacks, or who has the full storm going. So that means I have a storm gonna like completely annihilate you with physical damage, and then he couldn't get off the ultimate in time. Died. He couldn't pop his mango in time, and if they got the Omni Slash off, Razor would have died, and that fight would have gone the way of First Departure. I would say almost certainly. But just that simple mistake cost them so much this game.
So Razor surviving there, I mean, he did so much work with that 170 damage or so that he stole. Now, Glimpse back action, Wedding Crash, that'll be spinned out though. So you will be able to make it out barely. Yeah, if you can take a look at the net worth now, that's just a big spike as well in favor of Mineski. More than 5k in their favor now, same kind of story for Experience, and still have a lot of stacks. I mean, we saw Titan Hunter farm this Angel stack here up a little bit earlier. Very consistent about stacking it further now for Gyrocopter to take, so he already has BKBs looking for... is he actually finishing a Sergeant Yasha now still, or you just have the casual Yasha for now and go for something else? I guess he picks up the Obi Club, so that answers the question.
Oh, well, there you go.
Other items, look at Disruptor actually.
Yeah, I was just taking a look at him actually. That Agnum Scepter is not too far away, certainly closer than Miracles is going to be. And what's their play going to be? So Roshan, probably the next highly contested thing, as well as that bot tier 2 for the Dire side. Once Ravage is back up, as it is now actually, so they certainly are ready to go, and I think they should really press their advantage, just group up and just fight again. Oh, the Blink Dagger is going to be so huge when they reveal this.
Oh yeah, still in base though, and well, I think yeah, the Raiden side should have figured out that something was making their way into the jungle thanks to this observer ward here, which is yeah. Also, let's talk about warding. Normally, you had that kind of observer ward here that looked at the route as well as this kind of general area. Now, do you have a similar ward spot right now for the Dire side offlane to go?
I don't know. It can't
Really?
see the rune on either side, I think. So it's kind of, there's definitely a big trade-off right now in between like seeing, kind of like saving yourself as well as seeing the rune at the same time. It seems like that was intentionally done with the changes. Yeah, Miracle.
Find Miracle. And there's the boulder, there's the roll, and there's the TP out. Can he get a range there? There's the glimpse back. So that should be him going down, but then again, that's an Earth Spirit.
Just goes the ulti. Cooldown's not that long, so.
One will not kill anyone. Somehow. Get a pretty good there.
See how much damage that put out just in like 2 seconds here if we can get a fight recap. Dota 2.
1,500.
Seriously?
Yeah, 1,500 damage was done by Earth Spirit in that fight.
It's ridiculous, actually. What a hero.
Well, there's Roche now. Being picked up, not quite as fast as Mineski maybe wants to, but hey, with Earth Spirit now, I feel a little bit safer to do so.
Yeah, they don't care. They have Ravage. They can't touch them.
FD, they have the Vacuum Wall, they have the Brewmaster, but no BKBs on any of them. Unmatched community that you have is Juggernaut, so everyone will still have to fear that level 2 Ravage now, and the sustain also coming from the Titan Hunter. Like, that can throw off all your calculations.
That's a huge Aegis, or rather Ancient Steel too, for Wedding Crash. You stole a triple stack.
Oh wow.
So
Rigid Potato, they will find out now. They even block it off, so no more Ancient stacking.
Yeah, they saw him walk up there and they were pinging it like crazy while he was doing it, just from that ground ward, but they show up too late. I've actually really been liking the wards here from Mineski. This really deep one they put down before that big fight mid. Of course, the one that spotted out that rotation down bottom, certainly doing a good job. It looks like the ones on FD have fallen off now, but they also had some pretty good warding out themselves. So both teams kind of feeling around the map, you know, like trying to figure out where the wards should be. And I think this one might have been dropped on mistake. I'm just going to guess. That's a little weird.
Yeah, maybe
seems highly unlikely. Yeah, probably.
Again, it's one of these wards that allows you to defend any sort of high ground push where teams are just trying to stay right out of vision, and then if you go out a little bit too far, they jump on you. I don't think Mineski are quite there yet. They were quite there yet when the ward was placed, but now with the Aegis, top of the Gyrocopter, Sanjanyasha, he's hitting a power peak right now. Before any sort of BKBs can come out on MD. So, pushing out the top lane here. Bottom lane though is being pushed by Miracle. So that might be enough to actually take them back to defend instead of going high ground. FD essentially just trying to stall out the game. That was a defensive blink. If this game goes late, who do you actually see coming out ahead? Just all things being equal.
Probably still the Radiance. Brewmaster, if he doesn't have a really good start, he falls off pretty hard going into later phases. Like if he doesn't have a lot of auras stacked up, the Pandas just get annihilated. Well, that's pretty good.
They're vacuum wall on two. Raging Potato not quite cornered, gets a call on up. The split from Brewmaster comes in, trying to create chaos. He's kind of all alone. Gyrocopter, he's dropping low, but he has the Aegis, will come back right away. A lot of damage already being done, a lot of spells being used on both sides really, but the Brewmaster here, well, he's coming back, but he's all alone up in the front lines. Now, I should have enough damage to bring him down with the Green Scope 2. Raging Potato, there's some Ravage coming in with the blink onto Lobby and Callus. Darkseer barely surviving for a time being, surging out, but being glimpsed back. BKB now popped onto Gyrocopter to just deal with Miracle, not having to deal with that Blade Mail. Ryback already came in from Kai, but what can we do? He already used his ultimate. He can blink it and clap, and that's it. There it is, that's exactly what he's going to do actually, but Mikey is undoing. Kuku comes in with his own BKB. Nice Omni Slash here, but not doing nearly as much with all 5 viewers there. It's a 4, 5-man, 6-man wipe potentially here. As Wedding Crash spinning out back to base, but there's nothing you can do to save the mid-racks. And the only thing that's saving the other sets are the tier 2s still standing. They did claim the bottom tier 2 of their own, but that's a small price to pay for Mineski.
Yeah.
Agam Scepter and our Guardian Groups now up.
Pretty much now it's just a waiting game. Like you just wait for Ravage to be back up, you head top or bottom, and I don't know if there's really anything close. There's a lot of money stacked up here on the Juggernaut, so possibly, I don't know. I don't think there's really like a big wombo item that can really save them in this case.
You're kind of missing too much right now. You need damage, you need control, but Juggernaut, it's not really an item that provides both of that. I guess the Abyssal, but it's so far away from that. His back's been out obviously. So you're kind of looking for more control on Earthspit, I guess. Just looking for him to do the work, but can you really do that up against the BKBs that are coming out of Mineski now? Really?
Yeah. It's kind of like, maybe if there's a vacuum into a big Omni Slash, because the Battle Fury, if he stacks a little bit more damage on top, that there's a potential. Simply because it is actually an absurd amount of damage, and it is a lot of pressure here, honestly, on Cal. Like, you need a really good vacuum, and it also relies on the positioning of
top lane.
Mineski being bad, but...
Raging Potato, yeah, he finds Wedding Crash, he spins TPs out. Miracle is still hanging around though. Not sure if they caught a glimpse of him, but apparently not.
No, and MKB can't get the bash, so...
There we go.
Yeah.
How much percent is it? 35%. That's not... If it was 70%, it would have hit the first time.
Well, it's it won't stun through BKB. It's like the only bash that doesn't work through BKB.
Okay.
Yeah, it's weird.
So figured because it wasn't bash.
Any magic immunity. Yeah.
Well, should have gone bash or Raging Potato. Told you.
Just one of those needless complications in Dota. You know how it is.
So many of those, but all credit to Valve. They're trying to streamline a little bit with the past couple of patches, just removing these more obscure kind of mechanics. Like Towers giving XP bounty. I read that patch note that they don't do it anymore, and I was like, used to give 25 XP. What the hell?
Yeah, I mean, the Tombstone did too, and that just got nerfed as well.
Tombstone, I guess I can sort of understand, but Towers, they just never saw the impact of that at all.
No, it was a really
vacuum on no one. Now the Omni Slash comes out in the back. Split put. Jargon on a bad position, trying to spin out. The spin comes out. The split comes out as well. But Brewmaster was just stealing with these just dealing with these birds, dealing with the
Yeah.
pandas. No questions asked, no problem whatsoever. New creepers coming in. They haven't really used all that much. Dark got the call on low cooldown. Well, Raise Ultimate, I guess. It's still going in for quite a while, but they still have the Ravage, they still have the Fiend's Grip, and they still have that Aghanim Scepter upgraded Disruptor Static Storm.
Yeah, that's
in a
the
bad position right now.
problem.
There's the
Okay.
vacuum, there's the wall that we're looking for, full of control, there's the Fiend's Grip, there's the Ravage. And everyone actually, Bankrupt manages to spin it, but Miracle is gonna have to do some extra work. The Static Storm will miss, Ravage takes so much damage here, but managed to get his Magnetizer up, doing quite a bit in return. Not enough to actually bring anyone down, looks like. Yeah, not quite this time around. Another buyback from Darkseer, but
Great
Storm
positioning
Disruptor going down.
by Ryor. Really like that. Just hanging in the back, just nowhere near his allies, because he knows that the only way they lose this fight is if they all just get wiped. So he just sits back, waits until his allies get initiated on, blinks in Ravages, and that's the team fight. And that's how you play Tidehunter, guys. So well done. Oh my God, he's got the point booster. He's doing it. He's doing it for the fans.
Just wanna
There's
point that out.
literally no reason to buy this item over Refresher.
Well,
What a hero. What a guy.
maybe just want to see how it looks like. I mean, I do.
I
want to see what it
guarantee
looks like.
that's why he's doing it. There's like
Yeah.
no question. I wonder if the golden helm will affect it, because it affects your gush. These are the
Well,
important
I
questions.
just wonder if he gets to that point before the game ends at this stage. He needs 2k more
They'll
gold.
delay. They'll delay just for us. Nice guys.
Let's
This
hope
one's.
On another note, Razor going for that Soul Cure has it's pretty much completed here as well on Curry. Any more things coming out? Well, Bane has everything that he wants. He has another cloak. Is it going to go into that ether lens or? Question mark. I mean, he already has a glimmer.
Probably, actually, just because the range on Nightmare is really good. Have you seen Axe with Aether Lens?
He's trying to build it now, I guess. Is the energy booster? Okay, wait, okay, yeah, still need one more item. Yeah.
Oh, looks like there might be a... Yeah, they're gonna find them.
Who finds who though? Miracle
Goodbye!
just says nope! Goodbye! Not dealing with this shit. Yeah, it's the last remaining T2. Only thing standing in the way from Mineski and bring another high ground push. Maybe they won't wait out for the next Roshan. Come in a couple minutes time.
Dire's bottom tower is
Oh
under
yeah, 'cause...
attack.
Wait, I thought the clock got changed. Oh, maybe mine's bugged. Yeah, mine's not moving. Mine's just bugged. Don't worry about me.
Okay. I don't even know at this point.
Dire's
2 minutes,
bottom
okay,
tower
that time
has
is not
fallen.
bugged.
Oh no, it is working.
sure.
Okay, yeah, we're good. So they just kind of moved the positioning a little bit, I guess. Alright,
Yes,
new
it was.
boss.
Radiant's top
That's
tower
fine.
is under attack.
So just to recap,
Dire's
that
bottom
gives you
tower
extra mana,
is
extra
under
region,
attack.
it's extra spell
Dire's
resistance just from
structures
components,
are
but it
fortified.
does give you plus 200 cast range and 8% spell amp. So, I mean, Fiend's Grip is this cast range is ridiculous already, and exacerbated by the fact that, well, if the target moves a little bit, it can appear even further than it is, but plus 200 on top of what he already has, pretty damn strong. Spell amp, not that big of a deal for Bane, but that being said, does it just deal extra magical damage, or does it just amplify whatever damage type you do? Because then Brain Tap does even more pure damage. I
Yeah,
suppose.
it's any damage, so pure damage will be effective as well.
So hey, more things to deal with Huskar if he was still good.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be an interesting item to see how people are gonna utilize it. It's kind of in that awkward spot of like, you don't really know if a core hero is gonna pick it up, and you don't really know, like, it's like, yeah, I'm a farmed enough support to get it, but I'm a core hero that wants to reach for a bigger item. It's like how Orchid used to be viewed versus Hex a couple patches ago, where like people rarely bought the Orchid 'cause it's like, oh, I'll just get a Hex instead.
Fiends go on the wedding crash. Cal will make back your ball though. There's the stacks on top of everything though. BKBs come out and Shelly Brave will keep wedding crash alive for just a little bit longer, but he's just being controlled up to
It
heroes
looks
down. It looked pretty good, but they were just too far behind to actually make it work. And well, everything being used, 3 heroes down, and that'll be
Right.
that. GG will play this call in this game 1 of this 2-game series. Mineski, claim it.
Yeah, well played by them. The Earth Spirit just not quite working out as a first pick, sitting mid, not getting any sort of a snowball effect going. I don't know. I like the way Mineski drafted up against it because they wouldn't have been affected that much by the silences. They had the Kraken Shell and everything like that for the Tidehunter to always reset the fights if stuff started to go wrong with like the Darkseer and stuff like that. So, and same thing up against the Brewmaster too. So